Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time we started on the second class trial. As you can see, Chihiro has sadly passed. But we're currently on intermission. As Kyoko wanted, or the one with the braid, who is Kyoko, wanted to show us something.
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Oh, we're still fully voice acted. Wow.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
I want this fool out of here. I want him gone.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Take one for the team, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
I forgot about genocide, Dill. Oh, I'm so happy you're still here.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
I'm guessing Chihiro really is the they-them.
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes are staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
What?
Chihiro's a boy.
Is a boy!
Knew it! When did I call it? When? Someone mark it down. When did I call it?
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
So the murderer would have to be a boy. I still don't think it's Byakuya, but I don't know who else it would be.
Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Of course, you got you got their acceptance papers.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. That thought had never even crossed my mind. Really?
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
He's sweating. Did he not know?
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Oh, wait, what if it was Mondo? Pause, because Mondo was talking about how he was gonna help Chihiro be stronger. Oh no, I wanted to hang out with Mondo.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Oh no, no, please don't be Mondo. I'd much rather be Byakuya. I know it's a nod, but...
So, Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Byakuya, shut up!
This is the most titillating situation!
Genocide Jill, I'm also gonna ask you to shut up.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ugh,
He's off in his own little world.
I thought the same thing, Fumi.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No. I think it's Mondo.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
He was willingly putting himself on the chopping block. Like an idiot.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
God, I hate you. And I know you're gonna survive, because that's just how it goes with the characters I don't like.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
How did he get into the girls' locker room to begin with?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Literally, were you paying attention?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Shut up.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I guess if Byakuya didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we could be sure that we know about the killer. Who was able to gain access to the real murder scene? Means the killer is
I got it!
But the crime scene was the boys' locker room. You need a boys' handbook to get in. If the Leon's handbook was apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it would have had to be a guy. It's still not enough. Need to find some more clues. I was spinning! Make your argument. I forgot how to do this. Oh, Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single...
I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot how to play the game. Left mouse button. Okay.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Ah, no! That was like the perfect time!
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a...
I'm sure if someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only the killer! It's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Okay, I know where to go now.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did well?
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah.
It's over! You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only...
No, it's wrong!
No, it's wrong! I did really bad in this class trial, you guys.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
That poor guy. No! They didn't deserve it.
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
A man's promise. God, I hate it here. It's Mondo. No!
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
It's Mondo!
Oh, the marvelous friendship!
Shut up.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
I also am not a fan of you. You both make me feel smart and stupid at the same time. I don't like it. Ultimate dick?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
I do know who the killer is. Ah, it makes you sad.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Please don't do this to me, Mondo.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Did Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. We're spinning, so we gotta believe it, buddy! Let's go! So what's the count?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Oh my god, it's so long.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue
What?
tracksuit
Nope.
as...
No, it's wrong!
Mondo, please. Mondo, please.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Mondo, please.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into his duffel bag. And then I assumed he had left to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
No. I was so excited to hang out with him after this trial.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Blue? And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Oh, Kiyotaka too.
Oh, because I just...
He's the best bud.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Kiyotaka, please.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
What is her tongue doing?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Oh. Oh no.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Wrong again.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
Oh, no. I don't want it to be Mondo. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
Because I noticed it too.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
It's important for him for Mondo anyway, to be very specific in what he's talking about.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
I think we have to play Rhythm Heaven again.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Or Kiyotaka is about to say no.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Didn't you say you went to jail?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Oh, buddy.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
I really hope you die next chapter.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then,
What do you have there?
it happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Then it must be...
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
No, but it does have that one weak point. And I think it's the excessive heat.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
One possible way. It's a weak point. What a bug? What kind of bug you can exploit? Too bad for you, but those things have been debugged to hell and back. Hey, what do we call?
Shoot!
Its weak
got it!
point.
You already
Yay.
told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Oh my god. We don't have time.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
It was heat. So it's Mondo, it's definite because he had its clothes on in the sauna. So he knew how to break the handbook. Damn.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Now is not the time, Kiyotaka.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
And who would know how to do it? God, I hate it here.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
God, I hate it here.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh, Kiyotaka, no, I'm so sorry. One who wore all their clothes into the sauna. Oh, Kiyotaka, please. I'm so sorry.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Kiyotaka, I'm so sorry.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but isn't that proof beyond a shadow of a doubt? Did we? Because we're spinning. We're spinning a lot. Reading handbook, Chihiro's handbook, card reader. Oh god, no, we have multiple.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Okay.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
That's a lie. This handbook broke during the sauna. Just prove it. Wait, show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
I think she said
Well, my
Makoto.
goddamn handbook works just fine!
Nope. What are you talking about? Just shut up.
Shit!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
You broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong.
I'm just trying stuff out of the voice.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
That's the assumption.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Can't loan it if you're dead.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Oh god. That's the stupidest loophole ever.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
What a way to say it. Exchanging handbooks with a corpse.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
Hey yo, dude. PG, please.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong!
Oh, I don't think you can bro him anymore, dude. I think you broed your last bro.
You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
He is thinking with his heart right now, and it's not helpful.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh, was it comic book time? Oh, no. Alright. So, we have... Going into the boys' locker room. First, let's saw this. I hate that we're on a timer. Oh, this one goes over here. And he was being a dick. That's not it. Now we have a dumbbell. God, thinking. No, this is the girls' locker room. Was the boys' locker room. Is it the other way around? God, I cannot think. And then... in the girls' locker room. With a poster and the dumbbell. That was the other way around. And you did all that because you suck. Remember that house.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
The ending is so bad.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he.
That was correct?
Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Okay, everything from here on I'm sure is wrong, except for... what's his name? Byakuya. This Byakuya sucks.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Oh no.
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Huh? What else do I have? Oh, the handbook?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why then remove...
Nope. Oh god, I'm gonna lose.
killer is you! Which is then...
Nope, I lost. Let's hear what I have to say, and then he's being rude. Back in the comic books. Makoto is... Why are we always the one that's voted?
Is this...
Yeah, I'll give him another shot.
I refuse to give up yet!
Alright, here we go. Is everything still there or no? Woof. Alright, here we go. Oh. Duffel bag. And then... in. Walk in. Lift weights. Ladder. That's fine. Rip off the poster. And the Yaku socks. I know Byakuya is correct. It's just socks. The back house window. Over here. What could go there? This one?
The killer is you! First, last night,
We'll skip ahead to where we get to where we already were. Come on. Here walked in, the person was there. Went, hey bro. They got him.
and that's where the bloodstains on the... It was likely in the heat of the moment.
Alright, here we go.
Which is why then removing...
God, fuck it. What do I need to do? Not that one. It's not that one.
The killer is you!
If it's not this one, I'm gonna eat my damn hat.
Which is why the killer then removed...
There we go.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Is that what I might call it?
That could have been the end of things, but no.
No, we had to have Professor Dick.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
That's probably why Mondo was even more upset.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
This one, I don't think I got
And
it.
around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Hey!
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Complete.
Wait! No! This can't be right!
Are we about to do Rhythm Heaven against you? Because you can't believe it?
Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
I guess that Mondo is the killer. I revealed himself earlier in the trial. I can somehow show Mondo's handbook. It's right now. If I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to Truth Old Battles. And what are those? During Truth Bullet Battle, if you press the space key, Fever Time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push RBM, LMB, RMB, LMB, whenever you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assaults. It'll last till your focus gauge runs out. So make the best possible of use of your time. It would be fair if only you got access to special time. I also prepared something about that time for your opponent to use. When it activates that time, in the bullet time battle, triple marker will disappear, making it quite a bit harder to hit the notes and rhythm. Activate Fever Time at this point. Never mind. Sure, nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Surprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use it. Good luck and have fun. We are rhythm heavening.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it.
I don't know how I kept it up. I don't know how.
If my thinking so far is right,
I feel like I really won there.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Dang. Dang, Mondo.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. No, it hurts.
I did it. I killed him.
I didn't care about Leon that much, but I care about Mondo. This sucks. This sucks real bad. And I got like an F. A, F. What? How?
Bro! What are you saying?
You're about to say bro for the last time, Kiyotaka.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Oh, Mondo.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Why did you sound like Solid Snake right now?
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
Oh, Kiyotaka, it's okay. It's okay. Your best friend's just gonna die. It's okay.
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
Probably the one who confessed.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I don't trust Kiyotaka to make the right call, but I think everybody else can.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? I don't know how I got an A. Look at his pompadour so long.
What?
Uh-oh. This time looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There is no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. But for those who don't really want to hear it, you're gonna hit the control key to fast forward the text. I refuse. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember. And he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell. The inferiority complex had already gotten root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, they had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. I also kind of forgot about... what's her name? Sayaka? I was like, who are you? And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured it being thrust into such a dilemma as to set him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I don't want to leave things the way they are, so... maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong Then I could tell everyone. Oh, and this was the death flag. This was the moment I knew Chihiro was gonna die next. Oh, it hurts! Unknowingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
And now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. And with that, at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, the day he made the commitment to begin exercising, he was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, it would be the first and only chance he would ever get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep his secret. Mondo did a great job of keeping his secret, though. For real. Mondo technically still kept his promise on his part.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo for help to become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep his promise he had made to Chihiro. Did what he did. You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up when he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it. But I don't think that's the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? As that started off, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. It hurts. It hurts. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? Then why? Why did you— He is crying so hard. You need some water, Kiyotaka. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad. Literally, we found out someone is actually a serial killer. I feel like there are worse things than, like, wetting the bed. It's something he didn't want anyone to know. It would have meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
That is impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others based on your own standard is a height of folly. Even if you don't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? Embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. I'm still gonna miss you, but I'm intrigued. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join a gang in the first place is because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother. Oh. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Vroom. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, it had grown to a bigger bike gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one of the gang, and as number two, his younger brother Mondo. So Daya would have been the ultimate biker gang leader. Also, I like how Mondo's pompadour is kind of slouchy. At the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That sounds disgusting. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw at Mondo's very soul. You guys can take over for Daya, huh? I created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Is someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I just...
Dang, two different forms of stronger. I gotta be stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one more. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on that night, for his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for victory, dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up, sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together, and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. Wow! And as a result, the team was made even stronger, under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Oh god. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother. He got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong.
Yeah.
Strong. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I'd have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, I had filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. After a while, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, way down in my stomach. It was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Oh, no. Oh, Chihiro. And right there, he told me the secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Does that mean you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right.
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Every secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What? What?
You're saying if I really am, I'd just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. That jealousy broke me.
What? What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I could hear something else start to crack. Something inside of my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. Strong, I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, I was laying on my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him.
Fuck. It's so sad.
I killed Chihiro.
It's so sad.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, you're normally so aggressive, so angry. Yet that weakness, the weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in his heart, in a heart like his, and turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him! You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living being in cold blood. He couldn't get free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. You see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. A swear from Kiyotaka? You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again. I dare you. I love this swearing era for Kiyotaka.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
That's what I promised, right? The black man that deserves the beast will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awana, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man.
Oh.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
That just hit me like a truck. Really poor choice of words. Mono has been found guilty. Time for punishment. I'm already gonna be sick. Monokuma having a pompadour is very funny. And this song kind of slaps. What? The Cage of Death. Yeah, because you're about to crash. Monokuma's the one in charge. Never mind. Sorry, Mondo. Oh, they're liquefying him. Oh. But then what happened to the clothes? Three times the fat. Keep Oh my god. It was the pancakes. So, for those that don't know, it is actually science that if you mix up the chemicals, like something enough, and add it to heat and pressure, then you can liquefy a being. There was an individual, I forget when, but if you have ever been to a fair, they have those spinny rides where it spins super fast and it pushes you up against the wall. That amount of pressure can physically, like, crush a person. And if you add the electricity into it, that crushed person can actually heat up enough to basically become a liquid. So it does actually make sense. I don't know what the tigers were for, though. I really don't. I also don't know why he was butter. Or where the clothes went. Or why the bike was fine. There are lots of questions. Life at death and your soul forever be at peace. Oh, buddy, your friend. It can't be! My brother! Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. I don't think I needed to read that. These sprites really kind of hurt. Asaka's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course... Oh, but he... Of course he had to. What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game? Yakuya, shut up!
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? What if my friends are dead? Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because the game of life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I have a response except
however,
that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? It made things more interesting. You suck. So bad. You know what? I'm not gonna take you away from Toko. His voice was calm and emotionless. Like the voice of death, it chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. The rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. And I grew... Oh, sorry. I'm doing the wrong voice, and I don't remember what voice I gave him. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room. When I stumbled upon him, I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. So he witnessed the murder. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. Never the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? But we have to spend 30 minutes with you for no reason. Die in a hole, Byakuya. I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up.
I see.
After hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, we decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But damn, dude! If we didn't figure out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I decided to become the Blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for. Huh?
Correct.
That was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
Something I like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next?
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? You like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. What? You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean.
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief! I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing! Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna have to stand alone as the victor. And then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
A noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family. for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Oh, so cool. It's like you're a main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Tapper, Tapper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Moniko's laughter peeled across the courtroom. The curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us that were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was a kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship. It felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
We have a gray man here, that's the problem.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Okay, so there's a traitor.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. The end. It doesn't make me feel good. To be continued. I don't want it! I don't want it at all! No! I don't want Crazy Diamond. Yeah, I want to save. Dots. Sniff, sniff. Hi, Owie.
I know I shouldn't cry.
It's okay,
but
honey.
I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon, it's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. You need some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Oh, her room is full of exercise stuff. That's cool. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donuts, donut holes, malasada. What is a malasada? Like, I've played Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I still don't really know what a malasada is.
Okay.
Oh god of donuts! I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. But isn't it locked? Dial-up internet?
Huh?
Or a fax machine?
Huh?
What's that sound? This sounds coming from the bathhouse.
But...
You're super scared, but... Is someone there? Oh no! Chapter 3, Next Generation Legend, Stand Tall, Galactic Hero. What is this title? The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone met up at the dining hall, just like always. Taka's doing great. I'm gonna end this episode here. Good lord. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.